In this video, I'm going to review the Danner Pronghorn 8-inch Realtree Edge 400-gram boots. These things are a super nice insulated boot for hiking in the wilderness if you go do hunting or whatever, but this is a great option to get out in the wilderness. I'm going to give you all the specs, show you what they look like, how they fit, and how they feel, and my experience with them. So these boots are insulated. They have 400 grams of warm, foot-protecting insulation, which is super nice compared to a traditional lighter hiking boot of leather, which, although it's got all the waterproofing, just like the Danner, there is no comparison in these two boots. Now these things are super nice. Let me do the 3D spin here. So I'll rotate that around so you can see it, and I'll show you the top in a moment. This is much better than the pictures on Amazon, by the way. I've got links below to this boot if you want to check it out, but yeah. Now it's got the Realtree camo. I mean, I don't really care about that. Some people do like that. There you go, and it has the stamp with 400 grams of foot protecting insulation, which is really nice. Now you might think, Aaron, why do you have this boot compared to your mountaineering boot? Audience, simple. This boot is half the expense of this boot. My cubes are over twice as expensive as this guy, and compare that to my Sportiva Cubes. These are even more ridiculously expensive. I got the one size up. I should have gotten smaller, but whatever. So these, if you need insulated boots, are actually a really nice option. Now, why did I choose these over all the other options on the market? Haha, check this out. If I try and flex this boot, it almost doesn't flex. It's got a 3/4 to almost full nylon shank in it. I think, yeah, it's not metal compared to the graphite or the composite in here. I mean, yeah, we're not going to be flexing this bad boy. Compare that to my low-keen waterproof boots. Yeah, so these things are super nice to where you want good, stiff boots, but not something so hardcore where you're walking like a stormtrooper. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. These still have a little bit of toe flex, so you have a more natural gait. So you can see just a little bit of bend there. Now check this out. One of the nice things I love is metal clasps on the boot with metal eyes for the laces. A lot of other boots I checked out, they have nylon loops. You pull on the laces, kink, forget bleeping. Exactly. So, you know, that is a big consideration. These are also waterproof. This heavy nylon here is really nice. One of the things I'm not super hot about is on this threading here. I'm worried that eventually as I'm hiking with it, it's going to shred, but one of the things is I can coat this with a little bit of beeswax, so it's not that good. It has good loops on the back for boot lifters. The Primaloft in here, holy moly, and actually has the little Primaloft label. Let's see, where is it? There you go. It's ridiculously expensive. If I'm standing around where it's not cold, like sub-freezing temperatures heading towards 0 and down, my feet sweat in this. It doesn't matter what sort of socks I have. Now, speaking of socks, I definitely recommend the Hunt socks by Smart Wool, and not the regular hiker sock, because even though the regular hiker sock are okay, they stick out a little bit in these boots. They can eventually disappear down. The Hunt socks are really nice. Check out in the description, I've got my video on the Hunt socks, links below. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by Danner or Smart Wool or anybody. I bought this with my own moolah, so that is a key. I was talking to a professional explorer last night, literally. He said, yeah, man, I don't have to pay for gear. I travel around. I was kind of jealous, but I also like not having to be beholden to anybody, so definitely something to consider there. Let me show you the tread on the bottom there. There you go, in motion. And I'll put the glare on it so you can see the tread pattern. Very nice. Vibram soles, pretty sweet. Now, how much do these boots weigh? Quite a bit. I will weigh one boot. They're not light. I mean, if you want light hikers, you got to go get light hikers. But 400 grams of Primaloft will cost you some weight. All right, let me lock this in. Woohoo, fatty. One boot is 2 pounds, 1 ounce, or for my grams friends, 940 grams. These things are heavy. Compare that to my cubes, my climbing cubes here. Oh, dear Lord. Now these, they look heavier, they seem heavier, but are they heavier? Yeah, just a little bit, but not by much. So these climbing boots are 2 pounds, 6 ounces, or, well, let's see, was that 1,082 kilograms. So definitely these are heavier, but not by much. So a pair of these bad boys, you know, you're looking 4 pounds of weight, but again, to have insulation on your feet is like, wow, what a difference. So what I'm gonna do now is cut down, show you how the lace system works, and also what it looks like on me. And yeah, we'll check that out. All right, here is the boot on my left foot. Obviously, that's my left foot. And you can see how high the boot comes up. Here is the hunt sock, which has an extra 2.5 or 3 inches, or about 7 or 8 centimeters of extra sock here. But you can see how high this comes up. My ankle bone is right here. So it's really pretty tall. And just me standing in the room, it's about 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius in here. I am on fire. These boots are crazy warm. Now let me show you the lacing process about these guys. And one thing I don't like is that I've never liked this style of boot with the laces they have. Just for whatever reason, I prefer mountaineering laces. But you can't have everything. You can always replace those. So what I'm going to do is show you the lacing process I use. I snug these up just gently so they don't crush my foot. And then you come over to the far ankle lace. All right. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Now, one of the things about that is there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calf lace locks that you got to get in there. So if you try the traditional hand release, you're going to be here forever. So that is a trick, by the way, of how to tighten these things up. Now, I'm wearing a 13 EE size, which is ridiculous because my foot is super wide. I mean, they're a little bit loose there, but as I'm walking, you can see that there is some bend in the toe, but it's not too bad. Now, a huge advantage of these boots is that because they're almost as stiff as my cubes, check this out. They will wear crampons great. So if you need insulated boots without the expense of mountaineering boots and intimidation, you can actually slap crampons on these bad boys. Now, is this a mountaineering boot? No. But if you're walking around in ice and you think, man, I'm gonna die if I slip and fall, oh, check this out. The gloriousness of this. Whoo, yeah. You can literally put crampons on my boots. Check out my ghetto anti-bot plates. Love it. Somebody else asked about that. I think it was Gubs. Thank you, Gubs. Appreciate it. But you can literally, I can get the ring in here, put crampons on these boots and go stomp some ice and check that out. So because they're not but a tiny bit flexible, these things work great with crampons. It also twists your ankle nice, but with this, it works pretty well. Or if you want to go with something a little less serious, by the way, I've got a video on crampons versus micro spikes. Check out the link below. But now these because I bought the most ridiculous oversized boots I could possibly buy, my Catula or Kahula, gosh, was it Catahoula? I always pronounce it Catahoula, but some viewer chastised me. Check it out. This boot will also hold the micro spikes great. Check out my sexy legs. I need to be blonde and prettier, that way I can get more subscribers. But you can check out the difference here. These boots both handle the micro spikes and the crampons with aplomb. So that is a huge, huge benefit. So whether you want to put crampons on these boots and hike around, or micro spikes, they both work great. And I love this as an option versus my very expensive cubes, my mountaineering boots, because in mucky, mixed conditions, not mixed rock and ice, but mixed mud and slugs and all that grossness, I don't want to trash these. I like them staying pretty, even though, they get worn out eventually. But boy, the difference in the ability to go mucking around in mixed conditions, not on glaciers, not on mountains, but mountain hiking, not mountaineering. These boots are super nice. I mean, I'm literally sweating because I put these on. My feet are on fire. Love my Danner Pronghorns. Dun, 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 dun. Check out links below in the description to these Danner Pronghorn boots. Man, definitely super nice. These are in the double E size, so you might need to adjust and scale your foot a bit. Normally I wear a 12 in US or a 46 in European, but I went extra big because even though they're wide, they're not extra wide, and I like that extra room, so if I need to put ridiculous socks, it is a huge advantage. My name's Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and professional adventurer. Please check out links below to my books Antarctic Tears, Lost at Windy Corner, Adventure Expedition 1, How to Keep Your Feet Warm in the Cold, the Jackson Hole Hiking Guide, The Most Crucial Knots to Know, the 2024 Total Eclipse Guides, and my shows World Beyond and Antarctic Tears. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Take care and enjoy your insulated boots.